a small town nestled deep within the Appalachian Mountains, there stood an old, abandoned asylum known as Whispering Pines Mental Hospital. The locals whispered tales of tortured souls and ghostly apparitions haunting its decaying halls. Legend had it that Whispering Pines was shut down in the 1950s after reports of inhumane treatments and mysterious disappearances surfaced. Despite attempts to renovate it into a more modern facility, the building's dark past seemed to linger like a curse. One stormy night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to explore Whispering Pines, intrigued by its eerie reputation. They sneaked past the rusted gates and entered the asylum, their flashlights cutting through the thick darkness. As they ventured deeper into the asylum's corridors, strange whispers filled the air, echoing off the peeling walls. Each step seemed to awaken the ghosts of the past, their presence palpable in the chilling drafts that swept through the abandoned rooms. One of the teenagers, Alex, felt a cold hand brush against his shoulder in an empty hallway. He turned around, expecting to see one of his friends playing a prank, but there was nobody there. The group nervously laughed it off, dismissing it as their imagination. As they reached the asylum's old morgue, a sudden power outage plunged them into total darkness. Panic set in as they fumbled for their flashlights, their beams revealing fleeting shadows and distant whispers growing louder with each passing second. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air, causing the group to freeze in terror. They realized one of their friends, Sarah, was missing. Frantic, they called out her name, but only silence answered back, mingled with the haunting echoes of their own voices. With trembling hands, they searched the asylum, their flashlights illuminating the twisted remnants of medical equipment and graffiti-covered walls. Fear gnawed at their hearts as they feared they were not alone in the darkness. Just when they were about to give up hope, they heard Sarah's voice, faint and filled with dread, coming from the asylum's basement. Ignoring their fear, they descended into the abyss below, the air thick with a sense of impending doom. In the basement, they found Sarah standing in front of a crumbling wall, her eyes wide with terror. She pointed to a hidden passage revealed by the fallen bricks. Against their better judgment, they entered the passage, driven by a mix of curiosity and desperation. The passage led them to a forgotten chamber deep underground, filled with decayed furniture and remnants of disturbing experiments. As they explored, they uncovered journals detailing the asylum's darkest secrets, confirming the horrors that once transpired within its walls. Their discovery was cut short when they heard footsteps approaching from the darkness. Panicked, they tried to flee, but the entrance to the chamber had mysteriously sealed shut, trapping them inside with whatever malevolent force lurked in the shadows. The entity revealed itself, a spectral figure clad in tattered asylum attire, its eyes glowing with malice. It spoke in a haunting voice, recounting the suffering endured by the asylum's patients and vowing vengeance on those who disturbed their eternal rest. Terrified yet determined, the teenagers confronted the vengeful spirit, pleading for their lives and promising to expose the truth of Whispering Pines to the world. The spirit's rage seemed to wane as it listened, its form flickering like a dying flame. In a final act of defiance, the spirit warned them of the asylum's curse, urging them to leave before it was too late. With a burst of supernatural energy, the chamber's exit reopened, and the teenagers fled, shaken but alive. As they emerged from Whispering Pines, they vowed to fulfill their promise, sharing the asylum's dark history and advocating for justice for its forgotten victims. Yet, deep down, they knew that the echoes of Whispering Pines would forever linger in their memories, a reminder of the thin line between curiosity and horror. Months passed, and the teenagers kept their promise, sharing the chilling tale of Whispering Pines with the world. Their story gained attention, leading to investigations into the asylum's past and calls for accountability from those responsible for its atrocities. However, strange occurrences began to plague the teenagers' lives. They experienced vivid nightmares of the asylum's dark corridors and heard phantom whispers echoing in the dead of night. Some claimed to see fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures watching them from afar. As their fear grew, they realized that Whispering Pines' curse had not been broken, but merely awakened. The vengeful spirits of the asylum's victims sought justice, and the teenagers, unwittingly entwined in their story, found themselves at the center of a supernatural struggle. Despite their efforts to move on, the echoes of Whispering Pines followed them wherever they went, a constant reminder of the price paid for uncovering the truth. And so, the tale of Whispering Pines Mental Hospital became not just a story of horror, but a cautionary reminder of the lingering power of the past. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed the chilling story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more thrilling content. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see more of these kinds of stories in the future. See you in the next videos.